welcome back to the Moonwolf Crypto channel, and today I've got some more exciting ZIBU news for you, so hang tight. ZIBU has now been listed on CoinGecko. Let's go! Come on, people. How many times do you get into a project and there's always that lingering question for weeks, if not months or longer, about when CoinGecko or when CoinMarketCap? Well, this team, I told you before and I'll say it again, these guys deliver. They are not a team that only talks, but rather a team of action, and they do what they say they're going to do, and they have already set the bar for themselves before, and they're not going to back down, nor are they going to slow down. And earlier in the Telegram chat, we even got word from our fearless leader and project manager, Kyle, aka Kryptonite, that they are waiting on just one thing, and then it's go time. If there is anything I have learned about this team, it's that they don't play around. And at the time of this recording, the paper-handed goonies out there who obviously either don't know this team or are just too impatient have been taking their tiny little profits and dumping their bags on the first 2 to 3 days after the launch, which is very typical, by the way. But let me just first say how embarrassing it is when you go home to your wife and kids and you say something to the effect of like, you know, hey honey, remember that $600 I invested? Well, I made $100 or somewhere between $100 and $300 off it just now. And she's like, oh, that's amazing. That's wonderful. Good for you. You're so great. And then coming back in like 3 weeks and saying something like, hey, honey, remember how I made $100 to $300 off that one project? Oh, yeah. Well, I remember that. Well, if I would have just held it, we would have $40,000 right now. So I'm super smart for entering a project that's so successful. Trust me. You do not want to be that person because your wife is not going to be happy with that information, okay? And if I were you, I would be extremely embarrassed and ashamed and would just feel like a fool, okay? And I'll tell you what, we absolutely have a team backing this project that can make that happen. Okay, all these paper-handed goonies are going to have to go back to their wives back at home and admit that they don't know what they're doing with their investment money. Okay, and just so you know, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, but it's okay. Look, we've all been there before. We've all made bad decisions. It's okay, but just learn from them or try to watch my videos and learn how to maybe avoid them if at all possible. I'm just trying to give you the best information that you can use to make a strong and well-educated decision, right? So trust me, like, you don't want to be that guy. And we do have a team that's backing this project that absolutely can make this thing happen. Even in a bear market, when you have the quality of branding and the quality of project with utilities that these guys have, there is just no way you will have a disappointment unless perhaps they suck at marketing. And oh, by the way, our team here are incredible marketers, and they even have a great resume from last year's project to prove it. People selling their bags right now are literally losing their shirts off their backs compared to what they would have if they would just hold a little while longer. This is just my opinion, but look at this chart. This is what's happening right now in ZIBU within 3 days from the launch, right? Take a look at that, all right? Now, look at this chart. This is Zeta within 14 days. And by the way, in ZIBU, we are currently somewhere right around here. Can you imagine selling right here? All because you were a paper-handed, cotton-headed Ninny Muggins? And then waking up the next week or two and finding out how badly you missed out on all this? All of this? I rest my case. I said it earlier that ZIBU is now listed on CoinGecko. That is, I mean, seriously, guys, that is lightning speed. Not many projects can do that within 3 days. I know about other projects that have more holders and even a higher market cap and still can't get listed. This team, they know it. They know how to get things done. They just do. They're comprised of a very professional group of people, and they just understand and get this space. And they said it themselves that go time happens after one more thing. Not sure what that thing is, but it sounds like it's very soon. I'm not a financial advisor, nor is this financial advice. Again, I'm repeating myself here, but if I was a new investor looking to get in on this project or just to increase my bag with this token, I'd be entering right now before they get listed on CoinMarketCap, which is always right around the corner from when the CoinGecko listing happens. It could be that CoinMarketCap is that one more thing that needs to happen before it's go time, right? So, I'd be getting in before all of that happens, and that's just me. I also want to remind folks that the team has a very serious Chinese community and that they're very heavily involved. They were a part of the reason that the team's previous project, Zeta, mooned super hard in 14 days from its launch. The Chinese wake up right around the time that we're going to sleep, if I'm not mistaken, right? So one night, I remember I woke up in the middle of the night just to find that the price was mooning super hard. And now that ZIBU also has the same Chinese community involved, this could be this could be a reality for ZIBU as well. And we are for sure an international community. Like, we got the Chinese, we got the Turks, we got the Saudi Arabia, we got Europe, Canada, Australia, and of course, America too. All we need is a sweet marketing campaign. And what does it take to provide a great marketing campaign? To acquire dozens of YouTube influencers and influencers on other social media platforms. We all know that these influencers make a big difference in a marketing campaign. But how do they get involved? Money! And lots of money! Right? So unlike many other projects in this space, this team is smart enough to put a marketing tax, or in this case, a project development tax, on each transaction of their token. And it's 5% for every buy and sell. Zeta had a 2% marketing tax, and it paid for hundreds, with an S, of thousands of dollars worth of marketing that pushed us to that sweet all-time high of $18 million market cap. Now we have an even slightly greater tax, and I can assure you that they are not going to disappoint with the marketing on this particular project. I mean, they didn't fail us last time, and they're not going to fail us this time. If anything, I see this being even more prosperous than the last project of theirs. And here's why. There's more utility surrounding this project with the Volt system, the play-to-earn game, the NFTs, and that's just what we know so far. And not to mention they have 5% of volume going to the development of the project instead of only 2% this time. And they've even found a way to get that done without compromising by having a higher tax than Zeta's tax was. Remember, Zeta's was 18 in and 18 out. Ours is 15 in and 18 out. So we give you a break on your way in on ZIBU, right? They probably knew that this was a smart idea as we launch in a bear market, but make no mistake, ZIBU goes by the beat of its own drum. It goes by the beat of its own drum. And it's the next biggest crypto project that DeFi has to offer. Let's freaking go! So if you're thinking about selling like a paper-handed Nancy, then I encourage you to really think about that move. And again, I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice, but if you're thinking about getting in, then I'd say we're on a time crunch before things could potentially blow through the roof. So make your decision quickly. And that's all I got for you today. This is Moonwolf Crypto, and I'm out.